Into the camera.
Yeah.
Give me a sec. No, italiano. Datemi un secondo.
We'll do the English version already, yeah? First do the English
we'll do one English, one Italian, and then so we do now the English, and then you can.
So it's just like, hi, we are name.
Yeah.
You're watching.
Linear. Yeah. You're watching and listening too. Huh?
Watching and listening.
Hello. This is Tim.
This is Torre.
And we are from a band called the Staat. And you're listening and watching Linear Rock. Ciao. Noi siamo Torre
E Tim.
of the Staat. E state guardando
E ascoltando
Linear Rock. Linear Rock.
Perfect.
I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's it's pretty good.
Welcome to Linear Rock. This is the Staat. And first of all, we want to know something about your style. Like, try to explain your music style to your fans.
It's always complicated, but I think essentially we make rock music. We have 2 guitar players, we have 3 guitar players sometimes, drums, bass, and we sing. So it's basically rock music, but it has a lot of some electronics in it, and we have a lot of different music in it. So it's a combination of a lot of things, but basically it's rock. And I think it's high energy rock or whatever. Yeah. What is it?
Groove oriented.
Yeah.
I would like to add.
Psycho funk rock.
Art blues.
Art.
That's just explain how hard it is to put in a box.
Yeah, just let other people put us in a box, and we'll jump out of the box again.
Okay, so like your style is the lack of labels. You just go around.
No, we'd like to make our own box at a certain point. So people would say, this is the Staat. And you have rock music, you have pop music, and you have the Staat.
Yeah, you have classical music, jazz, the Staat, folk music, pop music. Yeah.
Exactly.
I love that. And
I love that too.
What about your tour? You're now playing with Muse, but also like you had tour on your own. How is it going for you?
It's going really well. We're now in our 3-week tour with Muse, yes, and which is a lot of fun. It's just we play half an hour, warm up the crowd, and the audiences have been fantastic. And next to that, we're doing a lot of our own shows. We've played throughout Europe the past couple of months, and we're going to do a lot of festivals upcoming summer, but not a lot of. We don't have any shows in Italy planned yet, but we're going to work on that.
Yeah. We will.
Yeah, we will.
And is it hard to play with such a great personality like the Muse band has, and with a lot of fans that are kind of waiting for the Muse? It's hard to warm them up.
No, not really. I mean, because I think the Muse crowds so far have been very welcoming to us. So they were, like the moment the house lights go off and the spot goes on, they'll just be like, ah! And I mean, of course, their response to Muse is greater, but here in Italy, also to us, they're very enthusiastic and yesterday Rocco, one of the band members, wore a Roberto Baggio shirt, which was a good move.
Yes, everybody loved that.
Yeah. So
no, but it's we have everything to gain here. Nobody knows who we are, so we just step on stage and people just are curious and they really want to have fun because they bought their tickets and it took them a lot of effort to buy them. Sold out so quickly, so people are really happy that they're at the Muse show. So they're happy. They're already happy. So we come on stage and they're like, "Wow, an extra present, an extra gift."
Exactly.
So that's a really good starting point for us. We just play and try to win them over. So I love it.
Do you feel comfortable to play with like 12,000 people? I heard there were.
Yeah, strangely, yes. The stage is in the center of the room, so it doesn't really. It feels massive, but it's at the same time everyone is close. So,
Oh, okay.
but it's strange because we're in a round stage, and so in front of me there's a lot of people, but behind me there are like more people. So, but they're all close, and so it doesn't feel huge. And we've done big festival shows before, mainly in the Netherlands. We've played in front of 20,000 people before, but it's so it doesn't feel scary at all. It's just a lot of fun.
And because we're playing in a circle, we just the five of us, we all have like a private audience of 2,000 people. So that feels
Okay, you
feels
split
good.
the audience. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
taking
and we
this
and we
side.
have a contest who wins. You know, who gets the most response. No, that's not true. But we should have.
No, but it's fun. You just walk around a little bit, and
Yeah.
And did you had problem organizing, because we saw that like the Muse have drones and all of this staging going on. Did you have problems with the organization, or you just found your spot?
what do you mean problems?
Like organizing, now we're coming with our instruments, and we should
Well,
put the drones away, or
Oh, no, they have. We have one. They have a really big stage, so there's a circle in the middle, and they have others that we just use the middle part, and their drones are tucked away.
Yeah.
We don't use the drones.
No, no.
No, we just do our own thing, and we can use the lighting and the video guys who are shooting us. So they're really good. They're really nice to us. They let us have a lot of room to do what we want to do.
perfect. We
Yeah.
like this kind of collaborations.
Yeah, well,
they don't.
There are worse there are a lot of bad examples, but
Yeah.
Muse has been fantastic to us. Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
yeah.
And I know your group started kind of like of a project. Do you feel it's still a project, or it's now a band?
It's definitely a band. No, just the first album was I made that by myself, but we are now 4 albums in, and the other 3 we made together. So it's a band. Definitely.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And how much of like experimenting do you put in? Do you work together to try to find new style and new sounds to put in the albums?
Yeah, I think we always try to find something new for us, and also hopefully for our listeners. I think I was talking the other day to someone that, for instance, we have 3 guitars in the band, but we always try to not make it sound like a guitar, for instance, sometimes. That kind of stuff. Yeah, zeg jij iets over?
Yeah, I think the easiest way to explain is like all the guys in the band are everyone's very into like buying new stuff and guitar pedals and having stuff with like Thor says, like that makes your guitar not sound like a guitar, or use synthesizers and stuff like that. And for me as a drummer as well, I'm always looking for ways to make it sound like more, like broken stuff or something like that. And I think Tolle is very much like at the creative side of the music, and trying to blend together different styles of music. So he'll be using like an element of a Beyonce song and combining that with with the way we play. So I think that if you add that up, you have like our individual way of making our sound, and then Tolle's way of songwriting, and I guess that, those two combined make, wow,
Makes
Beautiful.
the magic.
I really love what's happening in dance music and in hip hop. For the past 20 years, I think they have been on the front of new sounds and new cool stuff. And rock music has always been kind of behind in that sense. So I always like to listen to that stuff and use cool elements elements of that music and combine it with what we do. And I think that's what you can hear when you listen to us, I think.
Yeah, because like rock listeners are like stuck on the classic rock. They like classic rock, so they don't do a lot of experiments on that side.
Yeah, and just not only the listeners. I think the rock music makers are also kind of stuck in. I think a lot of them are anyway, in just that 70s rock or whatever, Led Zeppelin again, which is okay, but it's for me it's not very, it's not. I don't feel a lot
Entertaining.
Yeah, it's not very entertaining to me, exactly. So it's interesting how you can still make rock music, but make it a bit different, a bit more crazy maybe sometimes. And for us, that's just by listening to dance music or hip hop and stuff like that, or very pop music. I can be very inspired by Rihanna, for instance. Some of those beats are pretty cool, or the way their music is mixed. Most of the lyrics are shit, but
yeah.
but and some of the melodies I don't like, but there's a lot of stuff in there that's really interesting.
You know that they'll be working with the best producers, but they'll be writing for the mainstream audience, so there'll be stuff that we don't like. But if you strip it down, there's most of the times there's something of a genius move in those songs, and I think it's always, whatever the music is you're playing, it's always best to listen to other stuff than your own genre, because then you go, you literally think out of the box, I guess. So yeah, that's what we do.
Okay, perfect. Let's talk about, and you have to help me with this, your new album is named Oh? Is that right?
Yeah,
okay.
That's right.
I like the way you say it.
Oh.
Like an accident.
Yeah.
Whoopsie. Oh.
What is, like, from the title, what is this Oh means? It's like emptiness, it's like, what is that about?
It's about a lot of things. We recorded the album in a circle, like facing each other. That's one thing.
Oh, okay.
Always a circle, of course. A lot of the lyrics are about repetition, about some things in your life going in a loop. You know what I mean? Like doing the same thing over and over again, in a micro way, but also in a big way. So most of the songs have like that kind of theme. So a circle is always a circle. So the circle is kind of the basics of the album, and also the letter O I think is a beautiful letter, and O is also kind of a word. You could say oh, you could say oh, you can say oh in so many different ways, which is nice, I think. And it's also very simple, a simple symbol, and we wanted this record to sound and be like simple and clear. So if you look at the album artwork, it's just blue and white, and it's just a blue background and a white O. So that's the story behind O.
I think they were
Next question.
laughing because some of
yes, it's a
us
tattoo.
thinks the same. To make a tattoo.
A proper fan.
No, you'll never see that.
I think so.
He doesn't even know it, but he's a fan.
No, he is a fan. He's the one that pushed it so hard to have you here.
Great.
Oh, thank you.
The tattoo, was that before or after? Before.
Ah.
You saw it coming.
Yeah.
But like, what was it like? Equal minds thinks the same, or
great minds think alike.
that one.
That one, yeah.
So talk about the main difference between this album and your latest one. No, your earlier one.
Well, I think the thing you said just now about simplicity. I think
Simplicity.
with Icon, the third album, we went all out. We just looked for I think more like the big sound, and I think before that we've always been working with like, can we do this live? So with Machinery, everything we played, we sort of wanted to be able to do that live. And with Icon, we just went to the studio and thought, we'll just go bananas. So I played like huge drum, like layers of drums on a lot of the songs, and we just used a lot of layers and created like pretty complex tracks, I guess. And then we had to like reinvent ourselves to play it live. And I think every album you make is a reaction to the last thing you did. So when you do something complicated and big as this, the automatic response is to want to, okay, the next one we're gonna be doing it real simple, something like that, real clear, real. So I think that's a big difference in the tracks and how and the way we approached the album.
And do you think this is your way now? You will go forever a little bit simpler, so it's clearer, or you just see what happens?
No idea yet. I don't think we'll be. It's always going to change. That's the fun thing about music. That is what I like about the bands I like always change, you know. So you can say like I like the first album, and I like the fourth album, and you know everyone has their own favorite, which is cool to me. So I don't know. We don't know yet. We're gonna make a fifth album soon, probably. We're gonna work on it.
Yeah, that's a question I wanted to make, because we saw pictures of you like writing while on the tour.
Yeah.
So are you already preparing something else?
I'm just, I just like to, in the old days when I was really young, I just was behind a computer and just make stuff just for fun. And I kind of forgot what that was like, because I'm making stuff. It always has to be for something, okay. Working on a new album or working on like for a film or whatever. So now it's just like in the van, I'm just gonna make stuff, and we'll see what it ends up to be. So that's what I was doing. But who knows? It sounded pretty cool, but I don't know what it's gonna be.
Material.
But yeah, I'm just gonna try to write as much as I can and just make cool stuff, and maybe it'll end up for the start. Maybe it'll end up to be nothing, but just have fun again. Like
playing around, and maybe something great will come out of it.
Yeah, and just fuck around and maybe just spend an hour on one sound,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to ask you about Witch Doctor.
Mm.
Witch
Doctor?
Yeah. The video, it made so many views on internet. But the video was made like 2 years after the single was released.
Yeah, well, it wasn't even a single. It was the album was released in 2013, and I always wanted to make a video for it, but like a year after that, I started working with these 3 guys to make a video for it, but it just took a really long time to finish it. So you're right. So 2 years after the album came out.
But it was worth it, because you had a great response.
We didn't predict any of this, but the video turned out great, and so it was strange. Yeah, 2 years after release of the album, we released the video, but it was it was good. It was fun. I think that video is one of the reasons we're now touring with Muse. So it's brought us beautiful things.
Yeah, it did.
But like you put a lot of effort in your videos. Like I don't know how can you do it after like the best dance video, because that was top. But still you're working even on that, not only on the music but also on the video. How important is it for you?
For me, very. I don't think. I think being in a band is not just about making music. It's like, it's a big thing, especially if you watch like a band like Muse. You can see when you have a big production like that, it's not just the music. It's lighting. It's all these things and all these. I heard an actor say once, like, music is just a finger, and let's say visual arts is a finger, but together all these fingers make a fist. Like that's art. So I kind of believe in that. If you use video in a cool way, and if you use your artwork in a cool way, and think about the way you are on stage and present your music, that's very powerful if you do that right. So that's why we love to think about making fun and cool videos, because you have more power in that way, I guess. You say more.
And then it's also the way we experience the bands we love, like band like Radiohead or whatever comes to mind. I mean, they're the most artists I respect are always working on the whole 360 degrees of them being an artist, you know. So it doesn't end with playing music or. And whatever you do is always, you know, everyone has what is it, 5 senses?
Yeah.
You know, or is it 6?
Maybe
There's a
6, maybe 7. You don't know.
Yeah.
5 known, but the doctors.
5 known. Yeah. Exactly. Well, so we do a lot of things with smell as well. No, that's not true. But
You do.
I do. Yeah, I do.
You should try on a live concert, just
Yeah.
spraying people.
Yeah.
And
Beastie Boys
emotional-
are a good. Beastie Boys are a good example. I love their music, but also because of their videos. You know?
Yeah.
You know the Beastie Boys?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just checking.
Yeah.
And you told me about your hip hop and dance influence. Did the hardcore part of music in Netherlands influenced you as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Check.
Yeah.
No, we were talking about Witch Doctor, and that was just basically that. I wanted to make a song that's based on the Dutch hardcore from the 90s.
Oh, okay.
So it was just simple as that. I was just listening to a lot of hardcore tracks and how they were built. And the only thing that we did was just use all those little elements, but play it with the band.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Okay.
That's usually what we do. We just
Okay.
steal the way a certain genre is and play it with the band, and then it becomes what we do. And with Witch Doctor, that is exactly what it is. Of course, we did some stuff, but if you play hardcore with guitars, it tends to be fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's the only thing it might, you know, in the electronic version, it might miss like the human touch, or the, you know, like the spontaneity,
The organics.
the organics. So when you do it live, it has like the just the stupid, you know, that, and then it's also organic. It's also So I don't know what my point is exactly, but I think
Is there, like,
there's a point to be
there's a
made.
point
There's
in
a
there.
point to be made.
You don't want to be still like and go to live concert and pressing play and just
Yeah, exactly.
watch the crowds.
So that's something where you can impress, I guess.
Okay.
Impress?
I guess.
And another question we had is, where is Matilda? Is that like
Matilda,
the machine?
She's called
You-
Matilda.
I forgot.
You watched the documentary.
I
You
know
watched
everything.
Yeah.
It's
Where is
now
the
in a
machine?
garage. It was forgotten.
No, it's not forgotten. She is somewhere. The guy who built it, Geert Jonkers,
Stole it.
He built it, and it's our machine. But he asked us if he could use it again for his own stuff, and we said sure, use it. We're not going to use it for some time, but we might maybe someday use it again. But we don't know when yet. We kind of know, but we're not going to tell you.
Okay.
But so it's still somewhere, and it's a beautiful thing, or a beautiful woman.
Yeah, woman.
Matilda.
To me, it's a beautiful machine, to be
Yeah.
honest. But I mean, everyone.
Yeah.
Now for the latest, what do you do in the free time? Like movies, books, suggestion, hobbies?
Yeah, movies, books,
Yeah.
suggestions, hobbies.
No
That's basically
suggestion.
what
You
I do.
give me the suggestion of what you do.
In the free time.
Yeah, if you have it.
Tim, what do you do in free time?
Well, I brought my bicycle with me, my road cycle. So I'm a bit of I go to the mountains everywhere. So that's nice if you like cycling. If you don't, well, it's not so nice. But and I read books. Yeah, that's
You mean
what I do.
specific books?
Specific books? You wanna know?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Just say something really interesting, like a philosopher.
Philosopher.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dostoevsky.
Yeah.
If you're not alive if you haven't. No, seriously. Yeah, I don't know what's the English name, but I think it's aantekening. Was it in Engels? Notes? No. Yeah. Notes from the Underground, I guess, something like that, from Dostoevsky is a great book. It's really crazy, and this is really credible to say this. That, you know, like it's this 19th century Russian writer. So I'm very intellectual.
Yes, and my tip is don't read books.
No.
No. I'm not a big reader, but I love. I'm a big
Game of Thrones?
cinema fan. I love shows. I also love just to walk around in a city, and have a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
That's basically what I do. And then when I drink coffee, I think about what to do next. I just like to make stuff the whole time. It doesn't feel like work, you know? When I'm just sitting somewhere doing nothing, ideas pop into my head. So I always have a laptop near and start writing. Or
Okay. If you want a lot of coffee, you're like in the best place, I know.
Yeah, we know.
I know.
But you won't bring them around in a cup because we don't do that. And
did we do something strange by bringing?
No. It's just not the big ones like the Starbucks
walk on
one.
the street.
It's just
we don't have them.
dots.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shots.
yeah.
And can you give us like your weekly obsession from music, like an artist you're listening to this time?
Yeah. Let me think. Zeg je maar.
Yeah, okay. I'm really into Anne Brun. These last year, I've listened to Anne Brun a lot. She's I think she's Swedish, but maybe she's from some of the other places in the north. I think Swedish. And White Denim. It's a rock and roll band from America. You should check them out. And Barbara Streisand. No, that's not true.
Yeah. I'm gonna. One of my favorite songs is a song called "Tonight" from Chrome Hoof, and tonight with an I. That's a beautiful song. I love the song "I'm His Girl" from a band called Friends. I think, and just checking my phone what I like.
Yeah, you
It's
love it all
stupid,
so much
but,
you have to look it up.
Yeah. And I like James Blake.
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
Spice
All the
Girls.
stuff that's sonically weird for me. Also, Beyonce or whatever. I like that stuff too. Or
We understood you're a fan of Beyonce, Rihanna.
yeah, a guy called Flaco makes cool beats. That's what I like. I like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you're like all over the place. With all
Yeah.
this.
Music is all. It's even when it's not good, it inspires me.
Of course.